Hi, in this video we're going to understand what is environment variable. If I have to define environment variable, it is environment in which your test case is running or environment in which you are recording your test case. Environment consists of operating system, hardware, software. What is the environment of your complete recording or complete software in which you are executing your test cases? So environment is very important. Environment variable is the most important factor when you are logging defect and when you have to communicate it to the developer. I'll give you one live scenario. So this can happen that when I was executing the test case, I was executing it in different environment as a tester, and when developer executed it, developer's environment is different. And maybe I get the defect, but when he is executing it, he's not getting the defect because the environment is different. So it's very important for us also to have the same environment as developer or developer to have the same environment as we. So in order to have the same environment, we must know about the environment. So that's how environment variables are very important factor in the test case execution. And let's say if we get the defect and it is non-reproducible, first thing we check is environment. Whether my environment, testing environment and the developer's environment is same or it is different, because this can be one of the factors that defect is not being reproduced. So let's see how to check the environment. First of all, we'll go to file over here, go to settings. This is the option environment here. You have two type of environments. One is built-in and second is user defined. First, we're gonna understand what is built-in environment. Built-in environment is the by default settings of your test case. So look at this operating system. It is, if you see the current value, it is Windows 10. If you look at the other option, let's say action iteration, that means which cycle of action we are executing. So definitely it is valid only during the test run. So these are the by default settings of your UFT, and UFT will find out basic parameters of environment. And now we have user defined also. So we're going to work on both of them one by one. Let's see, I want to see in my editor view what is the environment for operating system, what is the environment value for username. So for that, let me just click on OK over here. For that, you can go to your editor view, type message box here, environment, start braces, and look at this. I got all built-in environment variables. So first I want to check operating system. So here I will write OS. Okay, let's say second I want to check operating system version. So here I'm just copying this, although you can type it also. So I'll be copying this. So I'm just copying it for few other options. So if you want to see the name, you can just put brackets and see it over here. So I want to see OS version. So here I will write OS version. Let's say I want to see value for both of these environments. If you want to do so, you can write message box environment and name of the environment variable. And now let's execute it. So look at this. Environment for operating system is Windows 10. When you will click on OK, it will prompt for next message box. So this is the OS version. We'll click on OK and it will get executed. We get the report. Let's close it. So these are the built-in environment variables. That means those environment variables which are by default, which is your system settings. It is your operating system, your iteration name, your user name of your laptop or your system. So this is the basic settings of your system. Now we have user defined environment variables also. User defined environment variables are those variables which are defined by us. It is not by default. We can define it according to our requirement. I'll give you one suggestion or recommendation. If you think any of the value is subjected to change, always declare it as user defined environment variable. I'll give you one example. Let's say I'm working on one of the login portals and username of that portal is ABC. I have recorded 10 test cases with username ABC. Now customer has a change of requirement. Customer said that I want to change username from ABC to XYZ. So now it's very difficult for me as a tester because I have to manually go to all 10 test cases and change username from ABC to XYZ over there. First of all, it's very much time consuming, and secondly, it has lot of probability of mistake. Maybe that script has many line of codes and it's gonna be difficult for me as a tester to find out every place where username is written. So why can't we define this username as environment variable and then store value over there? Whenever there will be any change, I have to just go to the environment variable, change it over there, and it will be reflected in my all test cases. So that is what the benefit of user defined environment variables is. I'll show you how we work on it. We'll go to File again, click on Settings, Environment, and here instead of built-in, I'll choose user defined, and you can add environment variable here. Let's say name of my environment variable is username, and here as per my example I'm setting username as ABC, and I'll click on OK. Now here I have created one environment variable, user defined environment variable as username, value is ABC, and this is internal. I'll let you know what is internal or external. Internal are those environment variables, those user defined environment variables which you have created within the UFT. If you called any environment variable externally from external files, then the type of that environment variable gonna be external. So this I have created in UFT, that's why it's coming as internal. We will be creating external user defined variable too. But right now let's see how it will work now. Now let's again talk about the example which I have quoted before, that let's say if the username is ABC and I have written test cases, if let's say there will be any changes, I have to manually go to the 10 test cases and change it over there. But if I have defined environment variable as username with its value, in my all test cases I will be using this variable name username, and if there will be any changes, my point of change is only one. I have to come over here, change the value, and it will be reflected in my all 10 test cases. I need not to go manually to my 10 test cases and change it. I have to just come here and change it over here. It will automatically get reflected in my 10 test cases. So guys, that's how it's very important to have user defined environment variables, because it saves you a lot of time, and according to me, you should always write a code which has least dependency. I should not manually go to all test cases if there will be any changes. So that's how user defined environment variable works. Now let's talk about what is internal and external. If I have created any environment variable in UFT, type will be internal. But if I'll be importing it from external files, it's gonna be external here. Let's take an example. In order to import any user defined environment variable, you have to give file name, that is .xml file. It should be .xml file. You can give that XML file's location over there. It will be imported in your environment variable section. But right now I don't have any XML file which I can import. So let's first create XML file and then we will be importing it. In order to create XML file, why not we just export this and automatically XML file will get created. So I'm just gonna click on export over here. This is the location where it will be exported. So you can name it as user name. And if you look at the extension, it is .xml file. We'll click on save. Let's see whether it has created or not. So we'll go to that location. So we have the file at this location. I'm going to click on it. You can open it with Notepad. Click on OK and look at this. Guys, this is XML. XML has opening tags and then closing tags. Let's say I'm just going to change little bit this one. Let's say I want to name it as website. And data will be name of the website here. So it is, let's say, .roishans.com. So now I have one file. Let's save it on desktop. So save as. So I'm just gonna save username over here. So this is my username file in which I have made little bit changes because I want to import it in my UFT. So let's see how it works. We'll go to UFT again. Go to settings, environment, and here I'll choose user defined. and here I will be adding that XML file. So as I've told you guys, if you want to import any of the user defined environment variable, you can import it from external files, and then the type of that environment variable will be external. External depicts that this is coming from some external files, your operating system files. Internal depicts that you have created that environment variable in UFT. You can just click on this first and then choose the file from your operating system. We'll click on that. And this is username, this is XML file. Click on that, we'll click on open, and look at this. This is your name of the environment variable, this is the value, and this is external. That means it is coming externally from your OS file. So we can click on this OK. And now let's see if I have to call environment variables, how we can call it. So first of all, I'll be writing here only. So I will write, let's say my environment variable first is username. Second environment variable which I want to test is website. So here I will be writing website. Let's see how it works. So we'll click on run. So operating system is Windows 10. I'll click on OK. Operating system's version is 10.0. This. I'll click on OK. Look at this. Username is ABC. I can click on OK. Website is www.royshans.com. So I'll click on OK. So guys, in this video we have learned what are the environment variables, built-in environment variables. Number 2, how to create user-defined environment variables and what is their importance. So built-in environment variables are helpful to know the environment of your test case execution. It will help developer to understand why you get the defect and whether the defect is reproducible or not. If the environment is not same, there are higher chances that maybe that defect will not be reproduced. So it's always a good idea to know environment of your test case execution. Now second is user-defined environment variables. User-defined environment variables will save your time as well as your efforts. Because if you think any of the variable is subjected to change like username, password, website, so it is advisable to not hard code that in your recording. Instead, you can create environment variable for it and then use that variable in your recording. So that's all for this video guys. Thanks for now.